falling for a troll here.
Hello, this is not my video to refute this guy. Later I plan to refute this strawman lover who strawmans in the title itself. Look at this shit. Ridiculous. This video is just about one of the people I argued with in the comment section, all of whom were calling me stupid. Some of whom were civil, but most of whom were not. You know, when hearing this dude's whole strawman of atheism, I just can't resist thinking he's projecting. But I tell him, it is not a strawman to apply atheist standard across the board to show what they would believe if they were consistent about mindless events leading to greater order, magically preserved, for their plot to advance without magic, supposedly. Of course, you're not consistent, that's the problem. There is no strawman because I never said you said sandcastles can erode into existence. Did I ever say you weren't hypocritical? I would never accuse atheists of consistency. So there was no strawman. I made videos depicting what a consistent atheist would be like. And it isn't pretty, but such an atheist, if they were to exist, would be more honest than all of you combined. You do know what atheism means, right? Unconvinced of a god. Any other stuff about that varies from person to person. One atheist can believe of reincarnation while another doesn't. There is no standard. You seem to just want to narrow atheism down to your own little definition to refute. Pretty. There's no option to continue this unless he stopped that there, but whatever. You don't bow to Mecca because A, you're an atheist, so atheism has implications. B, back problems. I spelled it wrong, not because I don't know, but because I rushed, so I forgot what I originally intended to type, and I typed instead what I heard while focusing on things I was going to say. Like I was thinking about this while typing this. That's why I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, haste makes waste. Back problems. Is that why you don't bow to Mecca? Or because you're an atheist? It's because you're an atheist. That's the obvious answer. So atheism does have implications, and that's just one of them. So it's not a straw man to know that not believing in mind, at least when God, is to believe in mindlessness. It's one or the other. Got a third option, ultimately? So he said, your response is incoherent to the point a drunkard would make more sense than you. What does the Mecca have to do with this? Next, the whole intelligent design argument. How do you determine it to be designed? How do you determine that a thing is created by a mind? Notice he did not answer my questions, which were those. I asked him this, and I asked him this, and he couldn't answer either of these questions. Such easy little questions, and the atheist runs away, insulting me as more ridiculous than a drunkard. Why? Because he's afraid. The atheist is afraid to answer my little questions. Ha! Answer them and I'll show you how relevant they are, if God permits, because he claims that I'm incoherent, which is a lie. He just pretends to be dumb. He knows what the questions mean and that I will checkmate him if he answers them. Actually, if he doesn't answer them, he's also checkmated. Projecting much? Why does the Mecca matter in this situation? How do you determine that world was created by a mind? Can't answer those two questions? So, as is typical of these people, they try to turn the tables. And notice he edited his comment probably in frustration. If he edited it to improve the quality of English, he would have capitalized projecting, for example, and fixed some other errors. Anyway, so it was because he was frustrated. He was not satisfied with his original response, so he edited it. That's usually what happens when they edit. Not always, but in this case you could tell he was frustrated. I asked you first, but you don't play fair, so I'm done debating you. Who's next? Atheists are afraid of the truth. They don't want the truth. They are liars, and God will set their tongues on fire. Repent or burn forever. I warn because I care. If I didn't care about atheists, I would live only for myself and not make these videos. So much of my time is spent / wasted on this stuff, trying to talk to people who don't care about the truth, giving pearls to people who don't value them, in most cases, if not all. So if I didn't care, I wouldn't be doing this. I do care. Also, I used to insult atheists back. They bullied me and I treated them like shit, which they deserved for bullying me for nothing. But I stopped doing that. At least I tried. Now the title of my video here does say that they're insane, but hold on. The title of the video is that atheists are insane. Why did I say this? Because, well, let's just call a spade a spade. To oppose God is insanity. Now, if an atheist tells me in a calm tone, just as my title is a calm tone, matter-of-factly put, if an atheist were to say in their title of a video, Christians are insane for believing in magic, I wouldn't be offended. I'm like, yeah, I understand that's your point of view. In that case, they're not trying to put me down for nothing. They're just saying what they believe sincerely, as a matter of fact to them. So I have a spine. That would not offend me. So context shows that my use of insane in this context isn't really bad. It's not really sinful. It's not with rage or anything. That's forbidden in the Bible. And here I just point out, you're gullible. You believe whatever the white coat false prophets say. They say subhuman blacks were a thing. You believe that racist shit because you're gullible. Anyway, bye.